morning, everybody. I'm with Bruno. This is actually my first time walking him. Look at this amazing heel. I love a heel trained by Josh. It's just perfect position, not pushy, soft. It's like almost like you forget you're even walking a dog. I'm doing this all without the leash. Just want to show the true e-collar heel and that we're not restraining him in any way. Of course, at home, if his owners are walking him in their neighborhood or a public place, of course, they're going to be holding on to the leash. But I just want to stress that the leash is not our primary tool when walking a dog. It's more just there for leash laws and that extra layer of safety. We are never using it for constant restraint. If he moves out of position, he's been trained on the e-collar. So if he's pushing ahead, we click stem. If he's lagging behind or going to the left, we click tone. If he's ignoring the tone, we click stem. But look at this position, next to and slightly behind in this perfect little spot next to my leg. Let's see what happens when I stop. Oh, perfect. It used to be if we slowed down or stopped, he would shoot ahead because he wasn't paying attention. Now he stops with us. So I'm really happy with his heel. Let me show you some of his stay commands. Stay. Stay and walk away. I know, Bruno. Nope. Stay. Good. So when I said no, I also clicked my collar. Notice then he puts himself into a down. The dogs start using that down command as a coping skill for having to stay because it is so difficult. The down sort of makes it a little bit easier for them. So the down stay can be used anywhere. It's a really nice way to keep your dog calm and relaxed. No. Again, click the stem. He puts himself into a down. Now, I'm not upset that he's making mistakes. So of course he's going to make mistakes. He's brand new at this. No. Stay. What I more care about is how is he remedying the mistakes when I tell him no. Is he barking back at me? Is he whining? Is he refusing to go back down? No. So we can always expect, hey, our dog might make a mistake, but it's how we respond and how they respond to our response, if that makes sense. So we are the ones that say no and click, and they're the ones that say, oh, I'm sorry, that's right. I forgot, I'm new at this. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so we've got this nice down stay. And then the other thing I'm gonna show you is his recall. His recall is getting him to you from wherever he might be. You can even use it inside your own house if you need to get him over to you. We pair the verbal with the tone, which beeps by his ear. And that just means to come to the person calling you and stay until either released or given another command. He looks great, by the way. Come. Good boy. Lots of praise. Bam. Right to me. Good boy. We're going to fix this going in between my legs. He likes to go in between your legs when you recall him, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to remedy that. Stay. No. Stay. See how that works? N-O. Click. Stay. Good. All right, so what I'm going to do is when I recall him, if I don't notice him slowing down by the time he gets within a couple feet of me, I'm going to start clicking my stem, and it sort of acts as applying brakes because I don't want him going through my legs. Okay? Like I said, it's got to be hard going from ultimate freedom to micromanagement. All right, let's try that recall again. And I'm going to show you how I stop him from bumping into me or going in between my legs, okay? Come. Good boy. Stay. I'm hitting my stem. A little bit better. Still going through a little bit. So we're going to keep practicing it until I can stop him completely from going through my legs. Come. Good boy. Stay. Perfect. Look at that boundary I've set. So I've essentially told him, I don't want you to bump into my legs. If you do, the stem turns on. If you stop a few feet in front of me, you avoid this altogether. So I'd rather him stop 2 feet in front of me than bump into my knees. Good, and that's the one that gets praised, and he avoided the e-collar pressure. So from here, we can either release him, put him back into heel, or keep him in the downstay. We're gonna put him back into heel to show you how I get him in heel. We're gonna say heel, tap the tone a couple times, and start walking. Heel, tap the tone a couple times, and start walking, and he should snap right into heel. Good boy. All right, we've just approached the front door, and now we're gonna show you the thresholds that we've been working on. Notice I came up to the front door, he put himself into a down. I just love that so much. But what I wanna pay attention to is when I open this door, he shouldn't automatically bolt in. So we've been doing this since day one. Every threshold, every time, every handler, it just sort of slows them down and it creates more relevance for the handler if you're giving them permission to go in and out. Good, so notice I'm able to walk in, he's looking up at me. Break, good boy, bring him on in. And then the final thing I'm gonna show you is when we finish a walk or an outside playtime, what I don't wanna do is just let him have free roam of my entire house to do whatever, wherever, whatever he wants to do as he pleases. That is a recipe for failure for him. So we wanna keep things super structured with him. So when we're not doing something with him, we would like him to be in the crate or on the place command, waiting for the next activity. So let me show you how I do that. Let's go. So what we're gonna do is say place and tap the tone, place, tap the tone. If he's unsure to get on because it's a brand new bed, we're gonna tap the tone again, point, encourage, good job. He gets on, he lays down, good boy. Now if he gets on and steps off, you tap your stem. If he gets on and doesn't lay down, say down, give him an opportunity. Click stem if he doesn't. If he does, you just praise. Good boy, buddy. Now we're gonna do some stuff around the house. And like I said, I want him relaxing on the place bed instead of freely roaming. Good job, buddy.